Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever the hell you're listening to this. You're listening to Nerds Talking Sports and Sports Pod with Dad Pods. This is your host, Jack Knife, alongside your other host, Tommy Joe, and D. Zach Daniels. Gentlemen, the trio's back together this week. How you doing?
The boys are back in town, or in the same space on the internet.
Yeah, I'm back in my seat. Yeah, California was fun. I really enjoyed it. Nothing eventful happened besides work and my room being infested with steel hands.
You took one home, right?
Yeah, no, in fact, here's another clip. Yeah, so not much happened. So the I did not sleep well. Hotel bed kind of sucked. Work was cool though. And I'm going what do you call this? Mountless? I'm holding
Freestyle? Freehand?
Yeah, there we go. Freestyling it. I'm freestyling it. So how's everyone's brackets for March Madness doing?
Mine's great. I have no losses.
Shut up, Tom.
Because I don't have a bracket.
Well, here's the thing. I filled out a bracket blindly this year. I wanted to help my cousin. This was like a fundraiser for his baseball team's trip to Cooperstown. I was like, screw it. I'll fill in a bracket. This is the second time. Yeah, this is the second time ever I filled out a bracket and genuinely tried. The first time was in 2012 when Kentucky won. That was when Anthony Davis was on the team. And there's a pride pool at Freehold Township. So Freehold Township High School. So no money involved. I finished first overall among students, second overall when including faculty. Shout out to Mr. Gualtieri. He was a gym teacher who came out in first. But this year, I went in completely blind, and my bracket's dead.
Happens, bro. Happens. The first weekend. I've had that happen so many times where my bracket's dead on the first weekend, and it's the most infuriating shit. And especially because a lot of those times, everything else goes right. And it makes no sense whatsoever. So mine's doing all right. I just need St. John's and Arizona to stay in it, but I have a lot of losses right now. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, to give an idea of how bad I'm doing, I predicted Florida to win the whole thing, to repeat as champions, if I'm not mistaken. And they got bounced in the second round by the Iowa Hawkeyes. But there's been some exciting action. St. John's had a thriller against Kansas, was the buzzer beater. And there might have been another buzzer beater. One team was very close to pulling off an upset, but the other team tied it, as the second half ended, or was that the same game, Zach? I forget.
It was Nebraska. I think they just escaped. They almost lost. I believe that was the game. Yeah, I was all over the place over the weekend. So I was really trying to keep up. The one game I actually did get to see was at LAX at the airport. With those crazy TSA lines that I went through TSA in 8 minutes. I got there and had 3 hours to spare, so I'm like, all right, cool, March Madness. Both games were blowouts. One of them was St. Louis over Georgia, and because of the way everyone has college football brain, they often think the power conferences in football have really good basketball teams. Well, guess what? Me being the D-Gen, I actually know a really good podcast for gambling. It's the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, SGPN. I listen to the College Basketball Experience. Great show. Shout out to them. They're awesome. I follow their picks sometimes, and they're on it. They get in college sports, the heavy underdog wins quite often. It's kind of insane. And in basketball, it's even crazier. They called a plus 1250 or something, a plus 1450 underdog in the first week of the season months ago. I was like, they're way too confident on this. I'm going to follow it. $10 into $140. It was incredible. It was awesome. So, I follow them. They give me a lot of insights on March Madness, but Unfortunately, could not follow as much. I just watched St. Louis absolutely destroy Georgia, and I was like, I got that one. So, also we got baseball on. Jack, remember the rule. We're not going to do play-by-play, but I do have it on to my right. So you may
me
want
too.
to.
I'm doing my best to keep my mouth shut. You know, it was nice of you to shout out that podcast, but I realized something. We got to shout out our sponsor, Zach. You weren't here last week. You want to do the honors?
Let's give it a shot.
We're so professional. We start talking about March Madness before we even honored the sponsor who helps make this show possible.
Well,
this is why we'll never be on Barstool or John Boy or whatever.
Well, we'll be better than them. Trust me. At least in authenticity, I promise you, we have authenticity. And you know who else has authenticity? Recoil Garage. Your local Recoil Garage, your local diesel, fleet, and performance specialist right here in Howell, New Jersey. Recoil Garage handles everything from everyday repairs to high-performance builds. Over 15 years of mechanic experience, we've got the skills to keep you moving. With extensive experience and a background in diesel fleet service, Recoil Garage delivers quality you can trust. Comprehensive vehicle services such as motorcycle and power sports service, automotive repair, performance upgrades and custom builds, diesel diagnostics and repair, marine and boat repair work, and fleet maintenance programs. Whether it's your weekend toy or your daily driver, we treat every vehicle like our own. Support the brand. Recoil Garage merch available at the store online, t-shirts, hoodies, and sticker packs. Visit recoilgarage.com. That's recoilgarage.com to book your service today.
Pretty good.
Excellent job, Zach. You know, shake off that rust.
Yeah, a little fumble of the words there, but I think I did all right.
Yeah, but anyway, you wanted to, throw me the first pitch when it came to baseball. I got it's opening day at the time of this recording. The Yankees are playing the San Francisco Giants on Netflix of all streaming services. Our friend Mike DeModna texts me asking where he could watch the game tonight, and I tell him Netflix, and he's like, "You're joking." I'm like, "I'm not joking," but yeah, I'm in my Yankees gear. I mean, this year, the Yankees in name only, as I refer to them lately, it's almost the exact same roster. Like, the only real gain they have is that Garrett Cole is healthy. So we'll see how they'll do with him and Max Fried in the same pitching rotation. I like to think it'll help, but I mean, my prediction early. Let's be honest. I don't think anyone's beating the Dodgers. I think it's going to be a three-peat again.
Tom, what were you laughing at?
Hey, Jack, what color is the inside of your brim?
It's a green?
It's showing up green on.
I don't see green.
No, it's blue. I have no idea how that's happening.
I say it's black, but it's weird. It's showing up on the green screen.
Oh,
like your background showing up.
That'd be great. Honestly, you know what? Keep that in. That's fantastic. It's totally not green.
It's not
green.
That'll be one of our reels we post. But yeah, I'd like to think that the Yankees still have their issues. They still have the caveman mentality of home run or nothing. And if they succeed, it's not because of Aaron Boone, it's in spite of Aaron Boone. So yeah, me being the Yankee fan, I'd love to say they'll win the pennant and hopefully beat the Dodgers, but at the same time, I gotta be realistic.
Tom, you have any takes on baseball before we get into what we want to talk about?
On baseball, no, but I do have one thing I want to touch on. Speaking of brackets, speaking of tournaments, that just made me think of something. The NASCAR in-season challenge.
Oh, shit.
So they actually updated the seating for it because last year was really confusing. It was like a multi-race thing. It was like a 5-race seating thing for a 5-race challenge. Didn't really make sense. It seems like NASCAR is really going full steam ahead with simplifying everything as far as winners go. So it's now the seating is based off of the results of Pocono, which is June 14th.
Okay.
So it's a 1-race seating. Then, I mean, I still think you should use points, but that's my point standings. That's my opinion. But at least it's 1 race. And then there will be I guess a bye because they're not including the race at Coronado, the Air Force Base. They're not including that, and then it starts at Sonoma, goes to Sonoma, Chicagoland, Atlanta. I would refuse to call it Echo Park, North Wilkesboro, and then ends at the Brickyard like it did last year. That's a bracket that I fucking shit the bed on the first race, and that sucked.
Honestly, I've said this in the separate NASCAR group chat that we have with some folks. I have caveman brain. Like, I miss the days where everything was just based on like, hey, you performed well, you're getting points. Like, and then we're going to give you some incentive points for, or reward points.
Leading
for,
the
like,
lap, leading the most laps.
Most laps. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I have caveman brain, man. Like, I see like race well, do well, give points. Like, that's pretty much how my brain works. So I don't know how this whole like in-season bracket thing's going to play off, but
well, like when they came out with the win and you're in, well, it's an in season. It's for $1 million, and it gives fans it kind of breaks up the monotony of the summer stretch for NASCAR. It is a long season. It's 36 weeks, right? 38 technically. But it breaks up the monotony of the summer. But it was weird because when NASCAR first came out with the playoffs, there weren't stages, and then there were stages. And then the stages, then you had playoff points. And it was like the whole point of the playoffs was like win and you're in. It put a lot of emphasis on winning. And then they came out with the stages, and the stages kind of rewarded you for racing well throughout the race.
Right.
So you could still have like a quote unquote good points day, but it was like still never enough. Yeah. Because it only awarded the top 10 at certain points in the race. Now, there was also no incentive to go back out on track, because if you couldn't finish in the top 10, you weren't getting any extra points for each stage. You know what I mean? Now we welcome back the era of cars, looking completely destroyed and coming back just to get a good points day. So it definitely changes a lot of things. And I saw one thing from, I think it was Brad Keselowski was on the Dale Jr. Download. I think it was that. And he was saying, it was back when he was at Penske, he had like 3 wins already in the year, and they went to Pocono. Like, all right, for this race, you're getting the crap car because we need to get our other cars win to get into the playoffs. And he was kind of like, okay. And he ran like shit all day. And he's like, now that's not happening anymore, because now everybody needs to get as many points as possible.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, so listen, guys, I know we were talking like, let's not talk about the game, the baseball game that's going on, but I really need to comment on one thing.
I think I know what it's about to be. It's the green screen in the freaking back.
Bro, okay, so 2 things. Ready? I was just in Los Angeles. The smog in California, I don't know about San Francisco, but the smog in California was so insane. When you saw, like, when we were descending to land in LAX, you basically enter a cloud of just smog. And you can even see when planes are flying into LAX, you see them going through smoke like it's a cloud. It's absolutely disgusting. Now, I bet they were also launching off fireworks in San Francisco. That's probably the main reason. But this Adobe MLB green screen right behind home plate is so bad that when Rafael Devers was in the left-handed box, you basically could see the outline of the like you could see the virtual, like, he was breaking the chroma key. It was so bad. It was ridiculous. I was like looking at it. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I noticed the Adobe sign behind is like pure color, and everything is kind of like hazy.
Grayish, hazy. Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
That's the only thing I'm gonna say. No, we don't do play-by-play. We don't do play-by-play, but I was just looking at that. It's really like a mindful. It was so jarring. I was like, what is going on here? I mean, Austin Wells, he's sticking out like a sore thumb. So
yeah, really. And I guess before we go into the next topic, I will say this. Last week I did shout out the Buffalo Sabres. They're in first place. They're looking to make their first playoff appearance since 2011, if I remember correctly. One team I got to shout out, the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're second in the Metro with 38 wins, 22 losses, 11 overtime losses. And they got Rick Bowness as their coach midseason, and they've been on a tear. And this is great considering it's been over almost 2 years since we're coming up on the second year since Johnny Gaudreau died, and now they're rebounding from that. I mean, two teams in the East I want to see go on deep runs: the Blue Jackets and the Sabres. I would kill for that to be the Eastern Conference final, because I know for a fact the Rangers aren't going that far. As a matter of fact, if the Rangers lose tonight, which they are, which don't get me wrong, I want them to lose. If they lose tonight, they're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Considering they made it to like 10 games left and you're still not mathematically eliminated, considering how bad they've been, not bad. Or it's not that bad, I guess. But you know what? Keep losing. I want Gavin McKenna. That's all I'm going to say for hockey.
All right. So I was wondering when we came back, I was like, what's our topic this week? And we didn't have one.
No.
We're coming in blind. We're coming in blind. That's what.
Yeah, that's the title of the episode, 3 Blind Nerds. Because we rarely had any notes for this episode.
Yeah, this episode kind of just hit us out of nowhere. Like, oh shit, we got to record.
Yeah, when I said coming in blind, I almost said something I shouldn't have said, but that's okay. 2 words, Helen Keller. Anyway, so all I was thinking of, Jack, you brought up, another like top 5 something about sports, and I thought, something about movies. It was something about movies.
Yes.
And I said, let's just talk about some scenes from movies that are not sports related, but have sports scenes in them. So sports scenes from non-sports movies. And boy, it's hard to think about off the rip, but the first thing that came to my mind, the reason I brought this up, was an imaginary sport. Quidditch.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
See, when we were talking about, sports movies, I was like, bro, Quidditch is in several Harry Potter movies. Like, there's a crossover between like fantastical sports here. And honestly, there are fun scenes to watch, like flying around on broomsticks really fucking fast, trying to chase down a golden ball with wings, the golden snitch. Like, that's a great scene. I really love those scenes. He even like breaks his arm, and then the one dummy teacher like turns it into gelatin. Like, yes. I've always liked Harry Potter movies, so I thought it was cool. Hey, if it's not your, is there a reason? Is there a reason, Tom?
Yes.
What is it?
It's the devil.
Fair. I believe it.
That's what I had growing up. So
Jack, with what we said, and I remember me and Tom were kind of like thinking of them off the top of our head real quick. What did you come up with? What were some scenes you came up with?
The ones that were coming to my head were couple of them were pretty random. Others were from more popular movies. Like, one example that came into my head was Coming to America, when he's at the basketball game. Yes, this is my favorite.
Oh my god.
It's halftime. There's that, and my wife is watching Blended in the bedroom right now. The Adam Sandler Drew Barrymore movie. Well, the third Adam Sandler Drew Barrymore movie, not The Wedding Singer, not 50 First Dates, but the movie ends with a baseball scene where Adam Sandler basically fulfills his role as the new stepdad, and the kid succeeds in baseball. But yeah, that came into my mind. There's a couple moments in The Other Guys.
Okay, I had that one.
Yeah. 1, Mark Wahlberg shoots Derek Jeter. 2, they go to a Knicks game later for a little bit. Mark Wahlberg wears by the way, Mark Wahlberg wears a New York Rangers shirt pretty much the entire time in that movie. So I did love that. And the last example I could think if you haven't seen this movie, like, I'm not going to scold you for it because I only found out about like a year or so ago. Back to School, where the sport is not a traditional sport. It is a real sport, unlike Quidditch. It's diving. Rodney Dangerfield. Yes, Rodney Dangerfield follows his son to college. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is like young Robert Downey Jr., like one of the supporting characters in this movie. and the movie ends with him doing some move called like a triple Lindy or something.
Triple Indy, yeah.
Yeah, and I loved that movie. And as I was watching it, I realized something. Do you remember Celebrity Deathmatch, Zach?
Tom?
Yes.
Who forgets that?
Do you remember? I remember. Listen, I watched this before I watched Back to School. And there was a matchup, Rodney Dangerfield versus Rob Schneider. And Rodney Dangerfield kills Rob Schneider, basically doing the triple Indy. So as I'm watching this years later as an adult, it just popped back into my conscience. I was like, oh, that's the joke. So yeah, those are some examples that come to my mind.
Tom, did you got what did you think of? Because like,
all right,
the possibilities are kind of endless, actually.
Okay, so I have a few, more than a few. I'm not going to go into them. I'm just going to mention them.
Sure.
So I have this one as an honorable mention because it's kind of part of the movie, like part of the plot, but like it's interchangeable in the plot.
Right.
Logan Lucky.
Logan Lucky. I never
like Ocean's 11 meets NASCAR.
I've heard of that movie. I haven't seen it.
It's got Adam Driver. He's missing an arm. He's a veteran. He's missing an arm. Daniel Craig as a Southern criminal.
I think I saw. I think okay. So I think I know what you're talking about.
As a team owner, like NASCAR, like it's centered around robbing the Coke 600. So it's not really about NASCAR, but it just happens to be that's what they're robbing.
That's like that's like the Town, the Ben Affleck movie where like they're criminals and they're going to rob a vault at Fenway Park. Funny enough, I took a tour of Fenway Park. That vault does not exist.
That's what they want you to think.
That's what the tour guide told me.
So the first thing I thought of, kind of going off of what Zach was saying about excuse me. What would you say? Fantastical?
Yeah, is that the word? Fantastical a word?
I think so.
I don't know.
The Phantom Menace, pod racing.
Ooh. Now, that is
pod racing.
A great scene.
That is a great scene.
Okay. How many of you have seen The Naked Gun?
You're good. Tom, you're good.
I've only seen clips.
I've seen it.
So
I've never seen it, but I see clips of it all the time, and I need to watch it because it's so silly and stupid.
Because there's
the new one.
Naked Gun.
I saw the. I'm sorry.
Or it's Naked Gun 2.5, then 33 1/3, and then the new one.
No, dude, I see clips of it all the time. I've seen scenes from the new one with Liam Neeson, and that one hits just the same because it's just such stupid little dumb humor that like it's safe no matter what era you're doing. It's just clever puns, you know.
But there's a scene.
Yeah,
where,
I'm sorry. Go on.
There's a scene where Leslie Nielsen, Frank Drebin, is. I forgot. It's been a while since I watched, but I remember he's an umpire in the game, and like he's completely missing calls because he doesn't know what he's doing, and then he's trying to foil an assassination plot. Speaking of Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man 2, when he decides to race in the Monaco Grand Prix.
That's right.
How does he do that?
He's Tony Stark. He can do whatever he wants.
Oh, true.
That's where he meets Whiplash. He ends up cutting the cars in half. Remember?
Right. Okay.
So I
forgot about
that. Here's another one. This one's like it's a big part of the plot, but it's not this movie. Over the Line.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, dude. That was one of mine as well. There's so many, but that dude, bowling. It's so funny how bowling is just kind of like in the background of the whole movie.
Mm-hmm. Like it's not a bowling movie, but it's just part of the plot.
No, like literally just them talking about stuff, and then him go, Smokey over the line.
He's the only one who gives a shit about the rules.
He is.
Yeah. I don't roll on Shabbos.
Meet the Parents, the pool volleyball scene.
Oh my god, legendary.
Oh,
that made me think of another one.
Sharknado 3.
You're not getting me on Sharknado 3. You're not getting me on Sharknado. I'm not watching Sharknado. No, absolutely not. Does that one have
it was great when it came out, but the Sharknado comes to Daytona, and Joey Logano's in it, Brad Keselowski's in it, and Brad Keselowski just goes, "Oh hell no!" and then he just gets taken out by a shark.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Dude.
Oh
no.
Basketball.
I mean,
basketball is a sports movie,
but
yes,
there's a cameo in there.
Dale Earnhardt.
There's
a bunch of cameos in that movie.
You're breaking the rules now, Tom. That is a sports movie. Everyone knows.
I'm surprised you didn't get this one.
Let me hear it.
Clerks.
Oh, the hockey game on top of the roof.
Another one. I'm surprised you didn't get, Jack.
What?
Ace Ventura.
Oh yes. I'm coach. Just give me a chance. I know there's a lot of riding up. It's not psychological. Just gotta stay in a positive frame of mind.
Scary Movie 4, the boxing scene.
Yeah, that's a parody of $1 Million Baby.
Still. And then my last one. This is the one I just thought of. Not just thought of. Men in Black.
The first one.
Oh, right. The Mets game.
The Mets game. And then I vaguely remember. I think it's the Wedding Crashers.
Damn it! Don't do this to me. You're rattling off too many.
I said I should have gone last.
Yeah, I thought of one from a movie I absolutely love, Good Will Hunting. I love the scene. Like, this is a Red Sox moment, but I love the scene when Robin Williams is telling Matt Damon about how he waited in line to get tickets for Game 6 of the 1975 World Series, and Carlton Fisk hit the home run. Matt Damon's like, did you rush the field? Did you rush the field? And Robin was like, no, I was having a drink with my future wife. But anyway.
Yeah, so damn, maybe we should have let Tom go last.
I said I should have got my
idea. Well,
but I'm mad at myself for the Ace Ventura thing, because that's one of my favorite movies, and people
Clerks.
say I do a good. Clerks too. Clerks too. I heard some people don't like Clerks too. I like Clerks too.
Clerks 2, it's just because you got too much to live up to, you know. Whenever the first one is so good, the second one is always going to get a little bit of flack. Like, honestly, random. Let's great segue, Jack. Great segue. Anchorman 2. For some reason, Ron Burgundy, when he ascends to, like, you know, basically just reporting on smut, he gets famous again. And he goes ice skating around somewhere in like Times Square or something, I think, and everyone's watching him, and that's when Jack Lame throws the cord out and he trips and hits his head. That's how he goes blind.
Right. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. That was a good movie though. I don't know why the rewatch value wasn't high on it.
I mean, if I was
Anchorman,
if I had a nickel for every time Will Ferrell injured his leg skating a movie, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but still weird to happen twice.
Anchorman 2, in my opinion, is better than Anchorman 1. I recommend it. I do. I recommend it over. And I love Anchorman 1. I give Anchorman 2 a slight edge. Part of it's a little bit of bias just because it was the first date that I took my wife on.
Aww, how cute.
That was, but I'm serious. Like, I liked number 1. I could not stop laughing for the second one. It was incredible. Some of the scenes, and people were like, "Oh, it's just trying too hard." I was like, I don't know. It was the perfect amount of ridiculous for me.
That's Chicken of the Cave.
That's me or Shrek.
Yeah, yes. Chicken of the Cave. Who's we? That's what they call. That's what we call it. Chicken of the Cave. Who is we? No one calls it that. There's a part where Brian Fontana is taking pictures of kittens, and he's like, "Oh yeah, give it to me. Oh my god." Oh. So fucking ridiculous. All right, so yeah, Anchorman 2, where he's ice skating, that counts. He's figure skating, I guess you could call it. Okay, Adam Sandler provides a lot of sports related stuff.
I didn't touch Adam Sandler because of you.
Yeah,
I gave you those.
Yeah, so I mean, let's just start off right away. The most non-sports related scene for Adam Sandler, because he loves sports. Happy Gilmore, we can't talk about, and Waterboy, we can't talk about, but we can talk about Billy Madison and the dodgeball scene.
Yes, that.
Now you're all in big trouble. So that's always fun. And apparently the story is he actually beamed those fucking kids.
Yes.
Like he really they let him unload on those kids, which is awesome.
Yeah, another Adam Sandler movie.
Let Zach go. Let Zach go.
Okay.
Well, were you going to say Big Daddy?
Yes, I was.
Well, aren't they watching the hockey game? I think at that time.
Yes, they're watching the Rangers. It's about to be a penalty shot in overtime, but Julian wants to listen to the Kangaroo song.
He wants to listen to the Kangaroo song. Then we have anger management, like we were talking about in our chat, and it was not a Red Sox game because Rudy Giuliani stands up and is like, "Let them talk," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's an Adam Sandler movie. Like, yeah, no one does this."
No. I mean, Rudy Giuliani, he probably would.
I don't blame you for thinking about the Red Sox, though. I don't blame you for that scene. I know Jack. Goes like very. He will. He'll be gay for like 5 minutes just to get through that scene.
No comment.
You don't like her underwear? The Boston Red Sox underwear?
You could show me Salma Hayek and put her in a New England Patriots jersey, a Red Sox jersey, Devils, Islanders, doesn't matter. I am automatically have the ick.
That's awesome. That's commitment. I give you that.
Yeah,
you're stronger. You're a stronger man than me.
Exactly. My wife is a Giant. My wife's a Giants fan. I'm a Jet fan. No interdivision. The most important thing is that we match on hockey and baseball team.
I'm trying to think of other Adam Sandler.
There's
movies.
one more that I know of that I can think of right now.
One more Adam Sandler
recent
movie.
one.
It's a recent
Uncut
one.
Gems?
I'm thinking of, Uncut Gems is a good one. I almost kind of, yeah, you're right. That's not a sports movie.
No.
I kind of in my brain put it there, but it's like very loosely related to it. It's just sports gambling.
I would say it's like The Big Lebowski.
Kind of.
It's not really.
Yeah, it's kind of like
that's a good way to look at it.
It's a good background thing. My brain actually thought of one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies is That's My Boy. If you've not watched
I've never seen that.
Oh my God, it's first off, it's his raunchiest movie. It's 100% his raunchiest movie. It's one of those so bad it's good movies. People put that on the Zohan. Don't mess with the Zohan. I've still not seen that one. I heard it was terrible. My wife
I've heard
walked out of the theaters.
I've heard people say they loved it or hated it.
But speaking of you don't mess with the Zohan, like there's a character in the movie, he like tries to disguise himself, he gives himself a fake name. The fake name he gives himself is Jorge Posada.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, That's My Boy. There's a part where they go to, because I believe it all takes place in like the New England region, because he has a really thick Boston accent. Like it's his character is ridiculous. The story could not be done today. And then they play with, they have a baseball field at I think it's Andy Samberg's future father-in-law or his boss or something.
That movie.
Yeah. And I forget that guy's name. He's a famous singer, actually. I forgot his name though.
I couldn't tell you. I didn't see the movie.
So they have a scene where basically he's hitting the ball to everyone, and everyone's catching the ball. And Andy Samberg's character, his son, he's like freaking out because he's not athletic, and like everyone's catching the ball, and then he hits the ball to a baby. The baby catches it, and and then at one point he throws it back to Adam Sandler. He's like, "Oh, look at he's got a fucking hose!"
I feel like a lot of Adam Sandler movies lately take place in New England, like Grown Ups, which ended with a basketball game.
Yeah, yes. Exactly. Yeah, there you go. That's actually another Adam Sandler movie that didn't think of.
There was the whole competition too.
Yeah, that was. Well, wait, you mean what competition?
Like the camp tournament thing.
In Grown Ups?
Yeah, wasn't there?
Wasn't
that Grown Ups?
Or
is that Grown Ups 2?
Might be Grown Ups 2, dude. No, yeah. I don't know. No, you know what? In Grown Ups 2, though, the kid breaks his leg because Adam Sandler falls on him.
Yes.
Oh, and Michael K is the football coach, and and his line did not age well at all. He's like, all right, that kid's dead.
Michael K's in Grown Ups too?
Yeah, he's the coach. He's the one watching them kick the football.
Yes.
And then when Adam Sandler falls on him, and he's like, all right, that kid's dead. And yeah, that line did not age well at all, considering
Yes, the
voices.
actor. Yes.
Yeah.
So another one that no one thinks about, and actually it's funny, Jack brought up Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. Flubber. One of my all-time favorite childhood movies, Flubber. It's an okay movie. It's quirky. It's Robin Williams at his absolute goofiest. And Flubber is this like invention he creates. It's like a gelatinous rubbery thing, and it bounces really well. And at some point his wife, first off, the story is wacky and stupid. His wife leaves him after missing the wedding for the third time. He missed he missed the wedding. He missed the wedding.
Yes.
Wait, yeah. So his wife leaves him because he missed his own wedding 3 times. The fact that she even gave him a second chance is crazy.
And a third chance.
His evil enemy basically in this movie, he's just another scientist from another college, because he's a college scientist, he's a college professor, a professor at another college, a rival college, who's also is his name Christopher McDonald? Shooter McGavin is his bad guy.
Yes,
so you already know that, yeah. So you already know that this is just a great duo right here.
That guy plays a bad guy in pretty much everything he's in except the house bunny.
Christopher McDonald, his character makes a bet with his ex-wife now, I guess, but they still have a thing. I don't know. It makes a bet that like if my college's team beats you, you have to let me take you on a date. So and his college's team is really good, and Robin Williams' college's team and his ex-wife's college's team is really bad. And so what he does is he takes Flubber, who like makes everything bouncy, and he puts them in like tacks and puts them on their shoes.
Yes.
And he puts it on like their hands or like on thing, and it just gets wacky. And Robin Williams is the man. I really wish he was still around today.
Wasn't Flubber alive? Wasn't it sentient?
Yeah, no, it was like a little green guy that like
yeah.
There's like a dance scene. It is dope. I don't know.
So there's also like
I
that
think
flying thing too, right? Like, it was like yellow.
Oh my god, I don't want to. I'm going to bring this up just because I know Jack's going to enjoy thinking about what's going to come next, but Silence of the Lambs guy is in it.
Yes. Oh, the guy who plays Hannibal?
No.
The guy who played Buffalo Bill?
Yes.
Oh no.
He's one of the security guards in it. It's really funny because I saw that movie obviously as a kid before I ever saw Silence of the Lamb, and I remembered watching Silence of the Lamb for the first time, and I was like, "That's the dude from Flubber." I was like, "That's the fucking dude from Flubber." It's insane. And I think one of the kids from was it the Wonder Years or no Stand By Me? One of the main kid from Stand By Me is like the son of the rich douchebag. I think that's his name. Yeah, I think he's in Flubber too. It's like it's weird when you look back at children's movies, just random movies back in the day. Like you just look at the cast and you're like, what the hell is this, dude? Angels in the Outfield is a sports movie, but we need to talk about the cast for a moment because it had
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Donald Glover. It had Donald Glover.
Danny Glover.
Oh my God, Donald Glover. Danny Glover. It had Matthew McConaughey, Adrian Brody. I mean, just right there, that's insane. It had Pigeon Lady from Home Alone 2.
You mean Piers Morgan, who exploded?
Yeah, Piers Morgan exploded, according to Domino's.
AB Domino's.
He said that to our chat. I'm like, what the hell is that? You might have to put like a screenshot of that on the video podcast just so our listeners know what the hell we're talking about. But yeah, we covered a lot of sports scenes and non-sports movies.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Let's just free ball it here.
Movies?
Like movies with sports scenes that you could think of real quick. I mean,
I can think of a TV show.
What's the TV show?
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. What is that?
Yes, dear was kind of like King of Queens, but like not King of Queens. It was like the same esque type of show.
Sitcom.
King of Queens. He
But
runs
wait. But Greg, they race lawnmowers with Greg Biffle.
Oh, that's awesome. R.I.P. Yeah.
But yeah, King of Queens. They go to a Met game at Shea Stadium, and this episode, Arthur is mad at Doug the entire time because he heard Doug call him a demented old circus monkey, and to make up for it, Doug runs onto the field to get Arthur a ball, so he gets arrested. And what my final example that I'll give: Friends. They go to a Ranger game, and Ross gets hit in the head with the puck. So
That's a good one.
The Rangers win a lot of stuff.
Everybody
TV does a
TV Seinfeld.
Seinfeld is absolutely.
Yes.
It's basically a background story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I just thought of? It's always Sunny always brings up something Philly or so there's the World Series episode where they try to go to the World Series but they end up trapped in a basement and they have to fight in court for I think they're in court. The whole point is they're in court for like unpaid parking tickets.
Yes. And
they just have this wacky, way of trying to get to the game. Episode. Yeah, it's a flashback episode, but that's where we read Mac's letter. and then also another scene from It's Always Sunny. There's a whole other episode where they try out for the Eagles. They try the gang gets invincible, and they're like, "Here's Donovan McNabb," and it's the guy from Cosby Show. He comes out and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Donovan McNabb," and they're like, "That's not Donovan McNabb." And he's like, "It is Donovan McNabb." It's like, you know what? Everybody blows a whistle like, "You're running sprints, and.
There was an episode of It's Always Sunny where Mac has to take a shot from center ice at a Flyers game because he called the radio station. Yeah. He got the question right. Who was the first Flyer to have 50 goals? Reggie Leach.
And he has the whole scenario when it comes time to do it. He has the whole scenario and he hits it and the puck like blasts through the cardboard like thing in front of the goal. Like, it's a cardboard goalie. He blasts through it, and then he's like skating around cheering, and then Charlie comes over to hug him. He's like, Mac, and then he wakes up and he's on the ground. He's like, Mac. He's like, did I win? And he's like, no, you fell instantly and knocked yourself out. Everyone's laughing at you. That's gonna play on Sports Center for sure. So, I think
there was another one that we mentioned in the group chat. The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah. After this one, we wrap it up.
No, what I don't remember that. I mean, everyone remembers it except for me because I only saw that movie one time, and the only thing I remembered is, it's just Bane's voice is funny to me. What exactly is your plan? Crashing this plane.
Fun fact: they showed that scene in IMAX first. His voice was different, or it was the same voice. It's hard to understand, and then they made him redo his lines after that.
That's why he sounds so wacky.
But yes, in the Dark Knight Rises, Bane kills the fake Pittsburgh Steelers and fake Miami Dolphins, and Hines Ward lives though.
Hines Ward lives?
Yes.
Was he in the movie? I don't remember him.
Yes, he was. Like, you see him without his helmet. He was the guy running with the football and scored the touchdown.
Oh, my God.
And just looked behind and was like, what the hell?
Dude. Yeah, no, I thought of that earlier today. I was just like, there's so many sports scenes. Like, it's funny, too, how you mentioned Greg Biffle was in that show. I want to go back and look. Excuse me. Men in Black was made in 1997. Who was that? I can almost guarantee you that was a real Mets player that got hit in the head with the baseball. Like, it had to be. They do that all the time.
I'm looking it up. Let's see. Met outfielder, Men in Black. Bernard Gilkey is the New York Mets outfielder who appeared in the 1997 film Men in Black, according to the AI overview.
Yeah. So slop. I don't know. Maybe it is. I wouldn't know the Mets in 1997. Were they good? Were they even good then? I mean, they probably were. They made the World Series 3 years later. So
Yeah, but you know what? The Mets don't deserve to have a single ounce of happiness. Sorry,
you're a
I
Yankees
kinda
fan. Shut the fuck up.
ended- I already said the Mets don't deserve Mets and Met fans don't deserve a single ounce of happiness. You don't need to sell me.
You're a
You're a
Yankees
Phillies
fan,
fan.
though. Yeah, I know. I have it harder than
You
you.
should agree. You should agree with me.
I hate you both equally. you're like, you're like the Middle East to me. Oh shit.
All right, but yeah, we discussed a lot there. That was a good conversation. Tom, do we have any questions this week?
One question.
Oh, lit.
Guess.
All right, Justin.
Josh.
Yes. Justin.
Sweet.
What's more impressive? Joe Montana having a perfect 4-0 Super Bowl record with 0 interceptions in all 4 games, or Tom Brady having 7 Super Bowl wins but 3 losses to go with it? Basically, which is more impressive, 4-0 or 7-3?
I'm looking at Zach's face right now, and he's just shredded. Oh no.
Just answer, Jack.
I'm gonna say is Tom Brady lost the Super Bowl twice to Eli Manning into a backup quarterback.
Listen, I'm more impressed at 7-3 because it's just he did it more. Joe Montana is one of the best of all time, though, and obviously one of the most clutch of all time. It's like I almost want to like run back and see what his stats were like because the times were different too. But he also had one of the best wide receivers. No, he had arguably the best player.
I think
Ever?
he had Jerry
And
Rice
Jerry
for
Rice?
3 of them. I think he had Jerry Rice for 3 of them. But at the same time, back then, football was much more defensive heavy than it was now offensive heavy. So that's why
Yeah.
whenever, that's why I don't get upset when the Chiefs win Super Bowls. If Patrick Mahomes wins another Super Bowl, to hear, especially Patriots fans, say like, "Oh my God, the refs are protecting me. He's getting the benefit of every call," and I get to look at them like, "Oh really?"
No, yeah, of course, yeah, no. It's what I will admit, like that the NFL clearly favors teams, and honestly, you almost wonder if social media existed back then. Do you think people would be spreading their conspiracies like they do, dude? The Oakland Raiders with Al Davis constantly thought that the NFL was just trying to play them. So, like, if social media was around, the Raiders fans would have been by default the most annoying fans because they just would have thought the NFL was out to get them.
Well, speaking of the Raiders, I'm actually looking forward to seeing John Madden played by Nicolas Cage.
Oh. I don't think conspiracy theories like that are new. It's just now you can hear them without looking for them.
Exactly. You don't even have to try. It pops up. Actually, now all algorithms of social media just try to put the most incendiary shit on your feed. So
Like,
we need to start saying more crazy shit on this podcast. You guys.
Pre 9/11. I was pre 9/11. Pre 2001. I mean, I guess pre 9/11 would work too. Pre 2001. Do you think everybody loved Dale Earnhardt?
No, he was hated.
By default, you said pre 9/11.
2001. You think 2001? There's 2 things I think of as 2001: Dale dying and 9/11. So I mean, I had a 50-50 shot there.
Jeez.
Technically, pre 9/11 would still work in that question.
Oh, dude, you know what's funny? Can you even can you think of a movie that came out in 2001? Can you think of a movie, an album? Like, what is something other than those 2 things can you think of for 2001? Because you literally bookend basically you start the year with a death of one of the best NASCAR drivers in the history of the sport, and you almost close the year with the worst tragedy in American history.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
American
what else
Pie
happened
2.
in 2001? American Pie 2.
Yeah.
2. And POD released an album on 9/11.
That's right, they did. You are 100% correct on that.
2002 came out.
And that started to change the game right there.
It did.
But yeah,
2004 is still the best.
how did we go to talking about Joe Montana versus Tom Brady's Super Bowl records to this?
Because
Because
I mentioned 9/11. That's how.
he 40 and slipped a fucking national tragedy. That's why.
Yeah,
I mean, I just substituted one national one.
you know
another.
Well, you know what else is a tragedy? Losing the Super Bowl 6 times. No other team franchise has lost the Super Bowls more than that. Like, that's pitiful.
One. Oh yeah,
But
Bledsoe.
But if you want me to like really nitpick, the Super Bowls Tom Brady's won in New England, or more so the latter half in New England, the stupidest decision. You got the stupidest decision of all time by Pete Carroll. You got the Falcons, and the game against the Rams was just not impressive.
Well, okay, so the one thing I'll push back on is that Falcons game because that's arguably one of the best Super Bowls to ever happen, bar none. Bar none, it is.
I was with Tom, like, in the whole time, I'm like, this isn't happening. This isn't happening.
Yeah, right? You're like, this isn't happening. There's no way.
The 2025 Patriots got exposed.
They did. We'll see what happens. Oh, the draft is coming up in probably like a month, I'd say. It's March 25th.
You know what we should do?
Yeah, Simpson is going to have an interview with the Jets. The Jets are going to be at his pro day. I mean, maybe they go get their quarterback. Develop him right this time, please.
Tom, what should we do for the draft?
When did we do the watch party last time? Was that like
2021?
So 5 years ago.
Yeah, I'm down.
Fuck, we've been doing this for 5 years.
Technically, we kind of took a year and a half break.
Yeah, we had our breaks.
5 years consistently, but we've been doing this since 21. I mean,
basically.
Yeah. People have come, people go.
People come for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, that's. I know what you're laughing at. I'm just choosing to ignore it.
So Tom, you want to plug our questions real quick before Jack wraps us up? Like,
oh yes,
something that comes.
Remember, every week on the day that we record, we will post a story on our Instagram and on our Facebook, and on that story will be a question for you to answer to have your question heard on the podcast. Alternatively, on that same post will be a link to our website, www.nts-podcast.com, where if you click on it, take you to our website. Shocking. And on the bottom right corner will be a microphone icon. Click on the icon, and you can leave a voicemail for us to hear, and I will put your voice on the podcast to be heard by all of our listeners.
All right. Excellent job, Tom. And by the way, this is a story probably for next week, but you seeing the Bach beer, seeing you drink the Bach beer rather, reminded me of a meal I made this past weekend that involves steak. And it obviously wasn't on purpose, but my steak wasn't well done. My steak was congratulations. But that's a story for next week. So anyway, thank you again to Recoil Garage for
tailgate food.
This episode. Tailgate food? That's our topic next week?
Tailgate
food.
Right.
That's the fucking topic. Boom. We're talking.
We're not going to be blind next week. Okay. Tailgate food, and then next week we do ballpark food. How about that? Tailgate food next week, and then the week after ballpark food.
The nerds eat.
All right. Thank you again to Recoil Garage for sponsoring this episode. Visit recoilgarage.com to book your service today. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Nerds Talking Sports and on Twitter and Instagram at N_T_S_podcast. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. This is Jackknife, along with D. Zach Daniels and Tommy Joe. Have a wonderful night, everyone.